Hey guys, what's going on? Coming at you with my 8 a.m. daily video before the bell. Obviously, it's Tuesday. Before I get into the video, make sure you like, subscribe, comment below. If you put subbed in the comments or subscribed, it puts you into a free entry. I'm going to give something away to one customer or maybe a couple, depending on how big I want to make it once I hit 1,000. So obviously, if you want to have a free entry in something, just hit the subscribe button and it's much appreciated. So I wanted to talk about probably the stock I've talked about the most recently, Ttcf, ticker is TTCF. So today the market, or yesterday, was insanely volatile. It just was insanely red. The NASDAQ at close yesterday closed at 2.54%. So if you don't understand what that means in basically like terms, how big it is, usually you can multiply any position in the NASDAQ, especially in the growth sector, multiply it by 2 or 3, that's probably what percentage it was down today. So anywhere from, 5 to 8 or 9%, that's what your position was probably down today if you were in any NASDAQ high growth stock, which Ttcf's in. So with that being said, I made a couple videos last week saying my position was like 98% built out. However, if there was some volatility, it's something I'd be interested in averaging costs down even more. So today, yesterday in the morning, it dipped down to $16.70. So I added another 10% to my position. Like I said, I was 98% built out. So now I'm over what I really wanted my target dollar amount to be, which is fine, because if it's in the $16 or $15 range, I can't see it going below $15 personally. It's something I'm willing to add. Last week when I made the video, it was floating around the mid 18s or low 18s. So, 16, 17, 18 is a big difference. So had to take advantage of that. There were a lot of good deals in the market today. Obviously I was working all day, so it was very hard to really key in some time to really research other stocks that I wanted to start a position or potentially average cost down too. I just follow the stock so heavily. I just know what I want to do with this stock and where I see it going. So obviously position built, it's 100% built for me. If you're not in this stock right now, it's a great buy at $16.70. This drove my cost base down to high 18s. It's like $18.78 or something like that, which is great because I originally started buying the stock, I believe, at $24, high 24s, and then over the months I've been driving down. So I went from high 24s to high 18s. That's a big difference. It's like $7 per share. So it's awesome. Thoughts? So like I said, I don't think it's going below $15. If it does, I will have to buy more. If it goes to 15 or 14 or 13 or 12, I'm just going to continue to buy this stock. It's going to blow up in the future. I think, Wall Street doesn't have their eyes on it yet. So one thing that might happen maybe is the earnings for the stock comes out Wednesday after the bell. So tomorrow after the bell. And it's going to be very interesting to see where the stock stands up because they've had a lot of big things since. They've struck a deal with Target. They're releasing all new, that's a whole new line. Like Target's massive. It's everywhere nationwide. Their sell-through is insane. That's actually where I buy my Ttcf. It's never on the shelf. It's just crazy. So the sell-through is insane. However, their earnings and revenue might be a little off because if there's nothing on the shelves, obviously Target wasn't prepared to stock it as quick or make as much space as they needed to. So the revenue might be off a little bit. It might be a little skewed just because they did that mid-quarter and it's not on the shelf. So you got to take their earnings with a grain of salt. I could see it staying around here. I could see it going up or I could see it going down, which is why, like I said in my video yesterday, as long as you have cash on hand, you're always in a position of power no matter what it does, especially if you're fully built out, because no matter what it does, you're in a good position. If it goes down, great, buy some more. If it stays, hold. If it goes up, hold. So it's kind of a win-win-win if you have cash and you're fully built out. So this stock, I am fully built out, so I'm not going to be actively buying it unless there's some massive price change. So yeah, NASDAQ was down huge today. This was the only stock I actually bought today. I was looking at other stocks, but this was the one I was just like, man, like it dipped down so much. It's such a good deal. I couldn't not buy it. So yesterday I had 22% cash. Now I'm down to 20. So you know, 6 weeks ago I was at 32.30 and I've deployed, you know, 33% of my cash basically. So, well, 12%, but you know, that's a good amount of what I deployed. So yeah, I'm at 20 now. I did say in videos, I don't want to go really below 10 unless something crazy happens. Like if the market just totally panics and sells off and we see the NASDAQ dropping like 10, 15%, okay, then I'll go below 10%. But if that doesn't happen, I would ideally like to stay above 10 in case something like that does happen. So where do I love, still buy, and would hold this stock? So when I first started shooting the stock, I kind of gave you my numbers. Based on where it's at right now, anywhere, I mean, I love it between like 15 and 18 is a great deal right now. Like if you're not in this stock, definitely do some research, obviously, but it's a great buy. I think it will be, you know, $120 to $140 per share stock in the coming years. So super optimistic on it. Still buy, I mean, I really do like it between 19 and 25. So when I initially started buying the stock, it was closer to 25, and I actually really did like it at 25, and I haven't changed my mind. If anything, I'd make it maybe even a little higher now based on all it acquired a company, and just based on how it's selling through at Target and stuff like that, it's doing great. Where I would hold it, I'd probably hold it like 30 plus, just because I feel like it, you know, shit at that point. I mean, it's almost, you would have 100% gain if it gets to 30 plus right now, which is crazy. So definitely, if you're not in it, take a look into it. I average cost down today. So it's a stock I'm really excited about, and I think it's going to do some really great things in the future. And that's all I got. So if you like this or want me to keep making videos, obviously, just like, subscribe, again, comment below. If we can try to get the 500 subs by the end of the month, that'd be great. So if you're not subscribed, just hit the button right there, and it's much appreciated. Peace.